Welcome to my channel Old Gold Coins. Today videos is one you won't miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The coin shown in the image is a 2000 Lincoln Memorial cent from the United States, part of the long-running Lincoln cent series which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This series features the profile bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front side, and in coins minted before 2009 it featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse backside. Detailed history and description of the 2000 Lincoln cent penny. The 2000 Lincoln cent represents the final decade of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been in circulation since 1959, replacing the original wheat ears reverse used from 1909 to 1958. This design era would conclude in 2008, as the U.S. Mint prepared for a series of 4 new reverses for the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth in 2009. Therefore, the year 2000 coins fall into the final chapter of a 50-year subseries within the Lincoln cent's portrait. The obverse features a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This was the first time a real person other than symbolic figures like Liberty appeared on a regular issue US coin. In God We Trust arches across the top. Liberty is located to the left of Lincoln's profile. The date 2000 appears to the right of Lincoln, near his chest area. Mint mark. The mint mark may appear under the date if struck at the Denver D or San Francisco S Mint. A coin without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The coin in your image seems to be from the Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark visible. Design shows the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic monument located in Washington, D.C. If you look closely on actual coins, Lincoln's statue is faintly visible between the columns of the memorial, making it the only U.S. coin to show the same person on both sides, United States of America. Across the top, E pluribus unum just above the memorial. 1 cent beneath the memorial. Designer Frank Gasparo, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time, created the reverse design for the 1959 to 2008 Memorial Cent. From 1982 onwards, Lincoln cents were made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, unlike earlier pennies which were mostly copper. Weight 2.5 grams, diameter 19.05 millimeters, edge plain smooth, no reading. In the year 2000, over 14 billion Lincoln cents were minted. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, approximately 5.5 billion coins. Denver Mint D, 8.9 billion coins. These figures mean that the 2000 Lincoln cent is extremely common in circulated condition and holds little to no numismatic collector premium under normal circumstances, though common in general. Certain era coins from the year 2000 have caught the attention of collectors. On regular 2000 pennies, the AM in America on the reverse should be close together. A rare era variety features a wide separation. Originally intended for proof coins, this 2000 wide AM variety can fetch $5, $25 or more depending on condition. Some Lincoln cents display minting anomalies such as die breaks, cuds, or slight doubling in the inscriptions or profile. If your coin has such features, it may carry added value. These are rarer mint errors where the design is misaligned or part of the coin is missing due to a blanking error. Your coin appears circulated and shows signs of heavy oxidation or environmental damage. The surface shows discoloration and pitting, possibly from being buried or exposed to moisture for a long period. Despite this, if it contains a wide AM reverse or a significant mint error, it could still attract some collector interest. Value estimate as of 2025. Conditioned estimated value heavily circulated, like your coin. 1 cent face value uncirculated MS60M65 10 cents $0. 50 wide AM error OMS grades $5 $25 plus major mint error $20 $100 plus. Abraham Lincoln has appeared on the U.S. cent for more than 115 years, longer than any other figure on a U.S. coin. The Lincoln Memorial reverse is the only U.S. coin designed to show the same person twice, once in portrait and once as a statue inside the memorial. Pennies like yours, made post-1982, are more prone to corrosion due to their high zinc content. If you'd like, you can share a clear image of the reverse side or zoom in on any unusual features or errors. I can help identify if it might be one of the valuable varieties or mint errors. The coin shown in your image is a 2001 D Lincoln Memorial cent from the United States, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln. This cent belongs to the long-running series of U.S. 1-cent coins known as the Lincoln cents, which have been in production since 1909. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the primary U.S. mint facilities responsible for circulating coinage. Full long detail information on the 2001 D Lincoln Memorial cent. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909, marking the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was also the first time a real person's portrait appeared on a regular issue of American coin. For the first 50 years, 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks known as the wheat penny. In 1959, for Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse design was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial, and this design was used until 2008. The 2001D Lincoln cent belongs to this memorial cent. Era 1959 a 2008. By 2001, the penny had undergone various design refinements, but still carried the same classic features introduced decades earlier. It was a coin produced in huge quantities for circulation, and was commonly used in everyday commerce. Feature description: Cent 1 obverse designer Victor David Brenner, 1909 reverse designer Frank Gasparo, 1959 composition 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plated diameter 19.05 weight 2.5 grams edge plain mint mark D Denver mint mintage 5.5 billion 5,374,965,000 years of type 195920008. Lincoln Memorial reverse portrait, Abraham Lincoln's right-facing profile, In God We Trust, curved along the top edge, Liberty to the left of Lincoln's bust. 2001, the date of issue and the D mint mark. To the right of the portrait near Lincoln's shoulder. This design has remained largely unchanged since 1909, apart from modifications in metal composition and minor styling tweaks. Design: the Lincoln Memorial, with visible columns and even a small outline of the seated Lincoln. The statue inside only visible under magnification. United States of America arched along the top, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many. 1. Above the memorial, 1 cent at the bottom. This reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and celebrated Lincoln's legacy not only as a president, but as a unifying figure of the nation. Since mid-1982, all Lincoln cents have been made from a zinc core with copper plating. This gives the coin a shiny red appearance when new, but also makes it more prone to corrosion and spotting compared to the earlier, predominantly copper coins. Your coin shows signs of light wear, surface marks, and natural oxidation, typical for circulated zinc-based cents. Value and collector information: as of 2025, the 2001D Lincoln cent is very common. With over 5 billion pieces struck, in average circulated condition, it holds only face value 1. However, some special examples or errors can be of interest. Condition type: estimated value heavily circulated like yours. 1 cent face value uncirculated MS60 MS65 10 cents. $0.50 high-grade MS66 plus red $5 $15 plus off-center clipped. Die errors $10 $100 plus depending on severity. Errors and varieties to look for in the 2001D penny die: deterioration doubling common, but usually minor. Value off-center strikes popular error if part of the design is missing. Clipped planchette, part of the coin missing due to cutting error. Struck through grease may result in missing details on either side. B error, a small die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like a capital I. If your coin has any of these errors, especially in uncirculated condition, it could be worth far more than face value. Lincoln cents are the longest running coin design in U.S. history. That Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, is located in Colorado and began striking coins in 1906, even though they're technically worth just 1 cent. Collectors sometimes gather Lincoln cents by year and mint to complete full date and mint mark sets. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design was retired after 2008, replaced in 2009 with 4 different reverse designs for Lincoln's and finally with the Union Shield in 2010. Your 2001D penny is circulated and shows visible wear, environmental spotting, and oxidation. It does not appear to show any major collectible error from this view. However, examining the reverse side or using magnification to check for doubling, die cracks, or planchette errors may still reveal something interesting. If you'd like help examining the reverse side or checking for a specific error such as the B variety, die crack, or wide M, feel free to upload a close-up of the other side. I can also help assess its condition more precisely. The coin in your image is a 2000D Lincoln Memorial cent, minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark beneath the date. This cent is part of the Lincoln cent series, one of the most iconic and long-running coin series in the history of the United States, with a production history dating back to 1909. The Lincoln cent has been used by generations of Americans and continues to be widely collected today. 2000D Lincoln Memorial Cent. Full long detail information. 20-minute read. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin made history as the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. In 1959, on the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was updated from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design continued until 2008. The 2000D Lincoln cent was struck during the final decade of the Memorial reverse era. By this point, billions of these coins were entering circulation every year, fulfilling everyday monetary needs and becoming a staple in pocket change. Portrait: Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States. Faces right. Designer: Victor David Brenner. In God We Trust appears along the top rim. Liberty is inscribed to the left of Lincoln's profile. The date 2000 is located to the right. accompanied by the D-mint mark indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. Fine hair details and coat lines are indicators of how much the coin has circulated. This particular coin shows moderate circulation wear and a discoloration. Spot on the right field design depicts the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic American monument located in Washington, D.C. Within the memorial's columns, Lincoln's seated statue is faintly visible, a remarkable touch for such a small coin. Designer Frank Gasparro, United States of America, arches along the top. E pluribus unum appears just above the memorial. 1 cent is struck. At the bottom center. Attribute details denomination 1 cent penny mint. Denver Mint decomposition 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper plating weight, 2.5 grams diameter, 19.05 image plane, no reading after 1982. The U.S. Mint changed the cents composition from 95% copper to mostly zinc due to rising copper prices. This makes the 2000D cent a copper-plated zinc coin, which is lighter and more prone to corrosion or surface spotting, as seen on your coin. Total mintage 8,774,220,000. Coins over 8.7 billion. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, produced an enormous volume of Lincoln cents in 2000, ensuring they are still very common in circulation today. Collector's value and grades as of 2025. Because of the high mintage, the 2000D Lincoln cent is not rare in circulated condition. Its value typically depends on grade condition and whether it has any errors or varieties. Condition estimated value circulated 1 cent face value about uncirculated $0.05, $0.10 uncirculated MS 60 65 10 cents, $0.50 Ms 66. Red high grade $5 $15 plus error variety coin $10 $100 plus. Notable errors and varieties for 2000D Lincoln cents wide. Reverse rare, more common on Philadelphia cents on a normal 2000D cent. The A&M in America are close together. A rare variety, intended for proof dies, has a wider space between A and M. Mostly found on 2000p cents, not D, but always worth checking. Breaks in the die can leave raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. These are collectible depending on size and visibility. Part of the design is missing and the coin is misaligned. The more dramatic the off-stencering, the more valuable. A coin with part of its edge cut off due to an error during blanking, a small die break between B and E in Liberty, forming a small I. If you notice anything unusual in lettering, spacing, doubling, or shape, it could increase the value significantly. Abraham Lincoln has now been featured on the U.S. 1 cent coin for over 115 years. The Lincoln Memorial reverse lasted exactly 50 years. From 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln cent is the most widely collected US coin, especially by beginners starting their numismatic journey. 2000D cents are zinc, meaning they can corrode easily. Earlier pre-1982 coins, 95% copper, are more durable and sometimes even valued slightly above face for scrap, though melting cents is illegal. Your 2000D Lincoln cent shows circulated wear, some detail, loss on Lincoln's coat and cheek. Spotted discoloration on the right side, common with zinc coins. Readable date and mint mark, a positive for grading. No immediately obvious errors, but further inspection, especially the reverse, is recommended for full evaluation. The 2000D Lincoln Memorial cent is a great example of an everyday coin with historical significance. While extremely common in circulation, coins like yours can become valuable if they possess error characteristics. If you're building a set or interested in numismatics, it's worth keeping clean examples and inspecting every coin under magnification for surprises. Next step, if you can provide an image of the reverse side, I'll help check for wide, doubling, or other errors that can boost its collective value. Let me know if you want to compare all three coins you've shown so far. We can do a quick analysis side by side.